Oh, hello there, YouTube. It's Shane here once again, and this is just a very quick video to remind you that there are now 2 days left before Star Wars The Force Awakens is premiering here in Australia. There is a premiere in the USA, I think, on Monday, and which is now, but for me it's 2 days away, because it is currently Tuesday morning and it'll be Thursday morning when I go to see it. There will be a spoiler review. No, there'll be a full spoiler video, but it will be unlisted, so you don't need to worry. You don't need to unsubscribe. I lost a couple of subscribers when I mentioned that last time, but there will be a non-spoiler review. For those of you who want to know whether they should plonk down the $20, should they risk the crowds and the massive lineups and all that sort of stuff. So there's that usual sort of thing. The funny thing was that recently I just learned that in Australia, The Force Awakens has gotten an M rating, which means that it's not suitable for people under the age of 15, but they are not enforcing that. So it's not MA15, it's just M rated. So there are parental concepts and things like that that you may need to explain to younger children. But the themes that they chose were language, just mild levels, effective language, and I think that's where Finn says hell no, but I don't know. I don't know, because this is the classifications board. They've had to watch the movie and then say, give it a rating, whatever. So there's no nudity, there's no sex scenes and that sort of stuff. The themes are moderate, effective. I don't know the terminology, but it's a moderately will have an influence on people, they reckon. So, and I think there's a lot of maybe holocaustic scenes, a lot of villages and things being wiped out when they're looking for certain characters and things like that. This happened in, I think, Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin wipes out a village of the Tusken Raiders and things like that. And he also kills a whole heap of younglings, Jedi children and things like that. So I don't know whether those sorts of themes are going to be in this new film. I do know that we see, mild spoiler alert, that we do see a few buildings getting destroyed and things like that, and a few villages being razed to the ground. So yes. The other thing was, there was language, there was the themes, and then there's just the moderate level of violence. And I think that's more to do with the TIE fighter battles and things like that, and a few lightsaber battles and things like that. So I think that they were worried that that might be carried out on the playground or things like that. But apparently the movie is very emotional as well. Daisy Ridley has said that she cried after seeing the movie, but she also cried after seeing one of the trailers, and the trailers haven't affected me like that. Some of them I've been gobsmacked and jaw-dropping stuff, and others have just been like, okay, that's just yet more footage. So I don't know how I will react to the movie. I obviously can't show my reaction live until maybe getting the movie on DVD or something like that. Now, the funny thing was that 8 months after the film comes out, the movie will be streamed on Netflix in Canada, I think, as an exclusive. Netflix Australia won't get it for some silly reason, and it's just Canada only. Just trying to get the little webcam that I'm using. It's got two blue lights, and it's reflecting off my glasses, so I don't like it. But anyway, 2 days to go. Let me know in the comments whether you're excited for it or whether you are holding back. Me personally, I want to get rid of this beard. If you don't know, this was grown to try and match as a bit of a tribute to Luke Skywalker, who apparently has a beard in the movie. But that's another thing. A lot of people are saying, where's Luke? I like to think in terms of where's Lando. I know Luke's going to be in the movie, and he's not the major character, so of course he's going to take a back seat. He's a major character, but he's not one of the main characters anymore. But he's going to play like a very pivotal role in this film and the next film, and hopefully the film after that. So it'd be really cool to have Luke Skywalker in 6 movies. That would be amazing. How amazing would that be? A few people that I've spoken to they're not really excited. They're more they're worried. And there's the anticipation. Is this movie going to be any good or not? Is it going to be another Phantom Menace? And nobody wants that. I think it's one of those things, even with Phantom Menace, when I saw Phantom Menace, I thought it was okay. I didn't like Jar Jar at all. There were a few kids that were like, oh, well, I like Jar Jar. And I sort of looked at them and thought, really? And then they just sort of shook their heads and went, oh, no, not really. Because they sort of, yeah, it's Jar Jar. But having said that, I think that, the Phantom Menace could have been better if it was edited properly. Because I know you see the reviewers that have said that they edited out all the good stuff and they put that in the deleted scenes. If they put the deleted scenes back in, there was stuff in the comic book adaptation that were unfinished, and that's why it's always important to get a comic book adaptation for these films. I'd been collecting and saving all of the TV spots and trailers and things like that. So there's about 2 or 3 different trailers and at least 22 TV spots, and then there's the international trailers, and my goodness, there's just so much stuff. But you've only seen that one scene, 1 or 2. If you had snippets of bits and pieces throughout the movie, but you've only had the one scene of Rey and Finn and BB-8 going towards the quad jumper, I think it's called, and it blows up. It's been shot by a TIE fighter, and then they run back towards the Millennium Falcon. And if you haven't figured that out, you can figure that out from the trailers and all that sort of stuff. That's what's going on. They've shown that scene over and over and over from different angles and things like that. So in reality, that sequence is probably about 20 seconds long out of a 135-minute movie. So you haven't seen anything at all. You haven't been spoiled in anything at all. And there is an embargo on people releasing footage and talking about what they've seen. The people who have seen the movie will see the movie, I think, on Monday night's premiere. So there's people that will see the movie, but they are embargoed. They will be in a lot of legal and financial trouble if they say anything other than, oh, the movie was fantastic, or the movie wasn't the best. But you can imagine that they're just going to hype up this movie so much. But that's all from me. This was supposed to be very quick, but I've gone into a bit of a ramble. Please click like, please click subscribe, please do not unsubscribe just because I'm talking about Star Wars. There'll be a lot more better footage and better videos in the future. Obviously, this is just a focus because everybody's focused on this one thing. It's been 32 years since the last decent Star Wars movie. I suppose Caravan of Courage wasn't that bad, but we won't go there. That's all from me today. Look after yourselves. Buy a ticket to the movie. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, etc., etc. And I hope I haven't spoiled anything at all for anybody. This stuff is readily available online if you want to go scouring for it. But a lot of it is just opinions and stuff like that anyway. It's all speculation until the movie comes out. And I'm away. Bye. May the force be with you always.